Big smile. And yes, this is not AI. That is Joe Biden. Smiling, cheesing, being cheered as he puts on a Trump 2024 hat, a MAGA hat. He seems happy about it. If you're wondering why he did this, why would he give Trump a freebie, a campaign? Well, here are the details for you. Wednesday, anniversary of 9/11, solemn day. Biden was visiting a fire station, Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the location. Spoke about how both political parties were united after 9/11 and how we need that kind of bipartisanship plan again. Okay, lots of nostalgia. It led to this interaction with a Trump supporter. Well, now watch this.
I'll give you my presidential hat. Presidential seal on it.
You want to autograph it?
Oh, sure, I'll autograph it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You remember your name?
I don't remember my name. I'm slow.
You're an old fart. You're an old fart.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
And you're an old fart, right?
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
There you go, man. I need that hat.
You want my autograph?
Hell no.
You know my name. Come on.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah. You said you would do a selfie. There he goes. Yeah. Hey, I'm proud of you now. Huh?
Just remember, no eating dogs and cats.
Can't wait to hear what both of you think about. I would have been, if you get boxed in, I mean, he called him an old fart. It could have been worse. Put it on backwards or something. I don't know why you're doing this, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. But of course, Trump campaign wasted no time. This was a layup, okay? This is nothing. Let's put it up. They were on social media, the war room strategy here. Thanks for the support, Joe. If I work at the White House, why do I have to explain this? Why are you doing this? Trump campaign also posted about the interaction on TikTok. 1.5 million likes so far. Thursday, Charlemagne the God designated Joe Biden his donkey of the day. Okay, watch that.
After your vice president has a phenomenal debate against the former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, you, Mr. President, decide to put on a hat that says Trump 2024. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but that doesn't seem like a show of support for your vice president to me. This race is going to be tight. So when you know you need that kind of turnout, why is the sitting president, would you wear a hat in support of a person who is the op of your running mate? Mm-hmm. He is an op in regards to your administration. You, President Biden, you call him a threat to democracy. Okay, if he's a threat to democracy, why are you wearing paraphernalia that supports him being president in 2024? You said you did it as a gesture of unity. You can't call someone a threat to democracy and then wear their paraphernalia and want to be unified with them.
I'm with the God on this one. I don't understand if they keep screaming at this is the most important election of our lifetime. This is going to decide whether we're a democracy or something else. He said he'll be a dictator on day one. Why are you doing this? And I understand that there can only be one president at a time. But if it's that important, this election, I need him to stay indoors. I understand 9/11, you go. He cannot be unsupervised. He needs to stay inside because this is a distraction. It's an utter distraction. He thought that was a good idea. Cenk, you first. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will help her to show the contrast. But I don't understand why he's doing this.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knows why he's doing this. Look,
that sounded like what Trump said at the debate. I don't think he knows what he said either. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Remember when Democrats were saying he should still be the candidate? Jesus, man.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So look, guys. You watch the video of him in the room, and it's fine. It's an elderly man trying to relate to those voters. It was past the election. I said, let him go, man. No big deal. They all had a good time in the room. He's being amiable, and then once the election's over, bygones be bygones. Everybody wears each other's hats. No problem. Okay, but in this day and age, you have to know that if you're Biden and you put on a Trump hat, that is going to go supernova viral. There's going to be videos, there's going to be pictures. People are not going to know the context They're just going to see you in the hat and think that you support Donald Trump. And you think that the right wing is not going to say, oh, look at that, even Biden has problems with Kamala Harris. That's why he put on a Trump hat. They're not going to show the actual video. They're just going to show you the picture and put in whatever title that they want and whatever description that they want. So it is very unsavvy to do this. But that's because the brother's stuck in like the 1970s. He's like, oh, by the time the Idaho Statesman gets it, it'll be past the election anyway. No, brother, it'll go viral in about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't. He's so old, man. He's just in there doing whatever. He's just in there doing whatever. But I think that. But luckily, I don't think this is really going to move the needle at all in any type of way. I think Trump's such a disaster, and I think Kamala's running an excellent campaign. Nothing's perfect, but I think her campaign is very good. But I'm not concerned. I personally am not concerned about this damaging her campaign. I think it was a silly thing to do, and I think that he looks like an 80-something-year-old man. I mean, that's how people, to me, are going to see it. Definitely not savvy, definitely silly, but I think that in a couple days, nobody's going to.
Maybe, but I just see it this way. He is old now, but he wasn't always old. And he's been doing this kind of disruptive thing, like, a kid whose hormones are raging. They just became a teenager. He did it with, the hot mic and Obamacare when, he came out and announced it. And, had he walked out when Obama announced that, Osama bin Laden's dead, he would have done it then too. He talked about 7-Eleven. He's just like doing too much. And it's one joke too many. And I think that if the election's that important, you have to protect him, give him work at his desk. Put him on the phone with, world leaders, a goodbye tour, if you will. But this is just, we don't need the distraction. We don't need that. And I think that it's a way to paint the Democratic Party as the party of fringe, a little nutty, a little quirky, household pets, whatever. I just think, and I feel sorry for him and everything that's perhaps happened. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But don't you think that they've got to have a strategy for him? As you say, Jackson, the campaign's going so well. They've got to get their Uncle Joe.
Well, luckily it's only a few months left.
Something.
Yeah, give him some keys or something to rattle or something like that. But luckily for everybody,
far, even for me.
Maybe so. But we on the bonus episode. You can cut that out. But I mean, luckily there's only a few months left. I'll definitely say that. And I think that clearly he's done. He's literally done. But also, I don't think he's really thinking about these types of things. So hopefully, whoever is surrounding him, whoever is on his team, kind of took note of that, so that next time he does anything, they're like, okay, let's not do this. Let's not do X, Y, and Z. Maybe keep the cameras down, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was silly, and he should.
So last couple of things. I actually agree with both of you guys. I agree with Jackson that it's not that important. They'll get past it. She's doing great. But I agree with Sharon. It's not a smart thing to do. Charlemagne's right. Sharon's right. Let's have him spend more time in the Oval Office presidenting. And then Charlemagne, of course, was also right that he shouldn't be the nominee. Guys, imagine if he was still running against Trump. Right now, we would be talking about a landslide of epic proportions. And so the folks who wanted to keep him in the race, I mean, just remember who was honest with you guys and who misled you. All right, last thing. What was the Idaho paper that I made up a second ago? Do anybody remember the Idaho?
Or something like that?
What did you say, Jack?
Something like, I think you said the Idaho Statesman. Or
Idaho Statesman, I think so, yep. So the reason I was looking down before is I looked up papers in Idaho. And we got the Idaho Press, the Times News, Post Register, the Idaho Statesman.
There it
exists. It exists. So, and they're going to have the story about Biden wearing the hat in December. So Biden's right about that.
It wasn't easy. It's not easy to handle. So I remember when I was a young reporter, I think I was in Miami, and I was doing a very serious story, and a gentleman inebriated came up and like tickled me or something. And I think I sigged out and called myself, I said, signing off, sharing weed. So, it's easy for me to be, Monday morning quarterbacking this thing if somebody's in your face calling you old fart. And, the guy was perhaps harmless, but it would have freaked me out. And I don't know, well, how should he have handled it? What should he have done in that he's being called an old fart? People are cheering. He's not winning the day with this MAGA supporter. What should he have done?
No, that's easy because I've done it many times before, Sharon. Not many times, actually, only 2 times that I thought I crossed the line. So normally I take pictures with everyone, and if they say, "Hey, I'm MAGA, do you mind taking a picture?" I don't mind taking a picture with you. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But one time, Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys, wanted to take a picture with me, and I was like, no. That turned out to be a good idea. He later got arrested and is in federal penitentiary right now. And then after I think the parking lot of the RNC, and somebody wanted to put paraphernalia up, like supporting Trump. I was like, no, I'm not doing that, right? So there's a boundary here. And by the way, I was super friendly. I was like, hey, brother, I look, we disagreed, no problem. We were, very cordial, very friendly. That's just my line. And then his friend got a picture of us talking together while the guy's holding up the shirt. I was like, I don't even mind that as long as I'm not going, ta-da, right?
Right.
And so that's why for Biden, it should have been relatively easy to say, I appreciate your brother, but no thanks. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.